Peace and divine blessings, family and friends, kings and queens, gods and goddesses, devils and haters alike. I'm affirming that my voice, this message, speak to one person. I'm affirming that one person liked this video. I'm affirming that one person prescribed. I'm not asking for a lot of people. I'm not asking for a lot of followers or likes. Just one person, I'm affirming, will like this video and resonate fully with it. Hey family, welcome back to Sacred Wounds, a space of healing, awakening, finding peace with your past. Today, I want to talk about something close to my heart: healing the inner child. Now, I know I spoke briefly about inner child work. I have done inner child work. And because if you're anything like me, there is or there are parts of your story, childhood moments, that still may or may not echo thoughts into your adult life. But I've learned that healing is possible. In this video, I want to share 3 shifts that changed the way I saw myself. A person don't have to know if these shifts work or not. However, as you listen and watch this video, you may consider adopting at least one, perhaps 2, or maybe 3, all 3 shifts. It's easy. They help me begin the journey back to wholeness. Now, was it a magical moment? Snap, abracadabra? I wish I could say yes, but it wasn't. It was a process. I may stay at one particular shift for maybe 6 months, 3 months. I may stay at one particular shift maybe for a year or maybe 2 years. But the point is, I never gave up and I applied myself. You know, growing up, I often felt like I had to be strong all the time. I often felt like that I needed to be the tough guy all the time. Some of my favorite role models on television, Bruce Lee, Clint Eastwood. It was a show, and I'm telling my age, by the way, called Happy Days. And there was this white guy named the Fonz, used to wear a leather jacket with a collar popped up. And he would snap his fingers, and females would flock to him. I wanted to be like him. I wanted to be accepted. My father, I love him dearly. He did the best that he could with what the consciousness that he was working with. He was an alcoholic 99% of the time. When I saw my father, which was not frequently, he was under the influence. And there had been times that he wasn't there. And I needed that role model, that male teachings. And I yearned for that love. I yearned for that craving. My mom, she did the best that she could with what she was working with. My mother's side of the family, and I'm not talking bad about my family, don't get it twisted. I know my mother loved me dearly. And yes, she provided a roof over my head, and school clothes, and toys. She even attempted to involve me in some other activities. However, my mom was not a very affectionate woman. I knew she loved me, but I did not feel this love from her. And as a result, I yearned to be loved. I yearned to be accepted. I didn't always feel seen or safe expressing what I really was going through. I didn't have the words to articulate it and express it. There were times that I was just shut down, thinking that I had to figure things out on my own, or that something must be wrong with me. I remember when we used to play football in the neighborhood or baseball in the neighborhood, I was always the last guy to be picked. You know how you pick your teams and you waiting to see if you're going to be picked? And they always picked the guy that they knew that was real good at catching the ball, that he was fast. I want him. I got him. I got him. I got him. And I was always the last because I wasn't really good in sports. However, I loved and enjoyed football. I loved and enjoyed baseball or sports. I tried basketball. The thing is, anytime that I failed in them sports, I gave up. They teased me. Basketball was out the question. Too short, wasn't good, a bum. So I didn't like to be criticized. I took criticism internally. I took failure internally. Then I must be a failure. And I would give up. I tried gymnastics because I enjoyed it until I tried to do a backflip and damn near broke my neck. Never again. I was always a quitter when things didn't go my way, when I didn't have the applause of people, when people wasn't cheering me on, when I didn't have that validation. Years later, I realized that little boy inside of me wasn't broken. He was just hurting. And nobody ever taught me how to love that little boy. And the only time that little boy felt powerful or confident or secure when he was under the influence of marijuana, alcohol, or when he was manipulating females to get what he wanted. He felt powerful then. But they was all illusions, a band-aid for his crippled wound. Now I'm gonna share these shifts with you. The first shift, number one, instead of me saying what's wrong with me, I started asking myself this question: what happened to me? This particular shift changed everything. When you ask what's wrong with me, you're putting blame on yourself. But when we ask ourselves what happened to me, we open the door for compassion. It's not about making excuses, guys. It's about telling the truth. Because the truth is our pain, usually started with an unmet need, the love that we didn't get, the love that I didn't get, safety we didn't get and we didn't feel, Words that we needed to hear never came. So when you understand what happened to you, you realize it's not your fault. You're not to blame. You're not. You begin to understand that you are not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. That you are I guess you would say, a victim of circumstances. And things begin to change from that moment on. The second shift number two, I went from I have to fix myself to I will love myself. I used to be obsessed with self improvement, always trying to fix my flaws, all of them. I got to fix this, I got to fix that. But then I realized the child within me didn't need to be fixed. He needed someone to say, I see you. You are enough. You matter. Because I didn't feel that or get that from my parents. And that feeling, that hole, moved into my adulthood. And when I started offering myself the kind of love, it did feel awkward in the beginning at first, but eventually and slowly, when I say slowly, slowly, it began to heal places that therapy and books alone couldn't do. Shift number three, from silence to sacred expression. For years, I kept my story to myself. I thought it was too much, too messy, too emotional. But one day I started picking up my journal and I started writing. And I wrote to my younger version of myself. And then I started sharing little pieces of truth out loud with safe people, people that's not going to judge you, people that's going to listen, people that are going to have compassion and unconditional love. And in places like this, I started to heal. There's something sacred about owning your voice. There's something sacred when you speak your truth. It doesn't just free you, it gives others permissions to heal themselves. In the science of mind philosophy, we say that the truth of who we are is that we are whole, perfect, and complete. Even if our human experience has been full of pain. Healing doesn't mean erasing the past. It means revealing the spiritual wholeness underneath it. It's saying, I may have been wounded, but I am not my wound. I am the one who survived. I'm the one who chose to heal. And that's sacred. Because as you listen to this video, you're still here. I'm still here. Everything that I've been through, everything that I've done, I am still here. We are here. So, with these shifts spoken to you today, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your reflections. And if you're still learning how to love the child within, just know you're not alone. A lot of us are just children masquerading as adults. I see it all the time. This space, this channel, this journey is holy. And your healing, it's already in motion because you watched the end of this video. Make sure to subscribe. And I see you in the next video where we'll talk about probably rewriting the story we tell ourselves. Peace and blessings. Love you. Out.